Hello, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to the channel How to Improve Your Communication Skill in English Language. I am Dr. Gopal Singh Mehta. So today I am going to share with you what it feels when you procrastinate in your aspiration. You want to indulge in your aspirational activity every day, but many times you procrastinate. And what does it mean by procrastinate? It means you don't feel like doing that particular activity while you should be doing it. So we are going to put off the things for another time. It is going to happen with most of us. So most of us definitely at some time in our life procrastinate more often than not. So how we are going to remove this procrastination? First of all, we need to really understand why we procrastinate. We procrastinate because we think that we are going to indulge in something, but that thing perhaps won't turn out good. So there is a kind of fear lurking in our mind, that we perhaps are not going to strike our performance the way we want. But nobody does it in the beginning. Everybody is struggling in the beginning. So need to understand that you have to really remove the fear from your mind about that nothing is going to really become good, or perhaps you are not going to really make a good effort into it. But how it is supposed to be having a good effort or having a good performance if you procrastinate? So first of all, you need to confront your own fear. So the moment we think it that way, this is the positive way, that we don't have to really fear the fear, then we think that let's do it right now. So we should be always doing what needs to be done. This is also a kind of discipline that you are making yourself being disciplined person. So every time you kind of develop this kind of mentality or this kind of mood you have that you don't want to indulge in particular activity, you are creating a habit out of it basically, and this habit is negative. And because you are shirking from your responsibility, you are escaping your effort that you need to really put right now. So this is going to be a mental attitude. When you keep doing this way, you keep avoiding the task that needs to be addressed right now at this point in the moment. That means you are procrastinating. So you are kind of developing a negative mindset. So beware of that. So first of all, you need to understand that the difficulties are going to occur on the path. Definitely they are going to occur. Otherwise, why there is a need of really practicing anything or putting up a goal for ourselves to achieve? If you are so good at it, you can achieve your goal. But because that we are at some distance from our goal, it can differ individual to individual. So we are going to really make ourselves the person who is going to go about one's journey and be patient enough and working sincerely and consistently about one's goal, about one's aspiration. This is the way. So in the beginning, definitely these problems are going to occur, and even not in the beginning only, but the problems will be bigger in the beginning of a different nature. But the whole of the journey would be strewn with many kinds of problems and of various natures. So you have to confront those problems, deal with those problems, overcome those problems, and that's how step by step you are going to really get stronger in facing or dealing with all those kind of challenges in your life. Isn't it so? So this is a kind of mental attitude, and the attitude is going to be developed by our daily ways of our habits, how we are inculcating our habits. So suppose you want something to do on that particular day. By the end of the day, you should be doing it. You should be completing it no matter what. If you want to, suppose for example, if you want to practice your communication skill 5 times a day for 15 minutes each session, then you need to do it. You don't have to really make excuse of your mood that you were not feeling like doing it. because you should not be ever mood dependent, because that's not the way things are going to be worked up in your favor. So you should always be of that mindset, strong, develop that kind of discipline and mindset, and strong mindset, that if you want to indulge yourself, do indulge into it, whatever, even if it is not going to really make anything out of that particular attempt, still you have to really indulge. Basically the meaning is that you have to show up for it. This is small act of your showing up there and putting up your efforts, however humble efforts these could be, but they are going to really contribute a small bit of their own importance in making a habit that you are disciplined enough, and you at least showed up there and you tried your bit. Even you couldn't even speak for 5 minutes, but at least you tried to. So that way you have to develop your mental attitude to engage with the things, and this is going to go a long way. So if we develop this kind of habit of doing things every day consistently, after some time the things that were really appearing so difficult, so problematic, so struggling in the beginning are going to really now become a bit more softer, more easy for us. More softer. I just spoke here the wrong word, because two comparable words can't be put together. So this is how I'm also practicing my communication skill and learning from my flaws. So you cannot speak more softer, you can say more soft, or you can say softer, only one word. So this is how I'm also showing you that where we are committing mistakes, and many times what happens that we are also using a lot of filler words. Filler words are those words when we try to speak in flow, but sometimes what happens that we perhaps get stuck and we don't find an appropriate word that was to be used in that particular space or spot in a sentence, and we are clambering or just struggling to find that particular word, and if we don't get it, we always fetch a second word that substitute of that particular word, isn't it? So it is going to take some time. So we are going to use here filler words, like we say if we keep on once in a while, it's okay, it's understandable, nobody is going to really point to it, nobody is going to notice it. But when we develop the kind of habit of repeatedly using these filler words, then our candidature, or you can say your stance as a speaker becomes weak. So here also you have to really take care, you have to address this issue also, not to be using frequent filler words while you are speaking. It is better you stop there, just take a pause. The pause could be a little bit longer in the beginning and it could really feel awkward, but at least you are trying to develop a habit that you are not going to use filler words. Slowly you will get better at it. Okay, so this is how we are going to take one step at a time. We are going to learn from our mistakes. We are going to pay attention to what way we are speaking. We should be completely aware of what we are speaking, and we have to be very focused about that, what we want to speak. That's how our mind is going to really work around it, and that's how we are going to really speak what we want to speak. Isn't it so? So the second thing that if you have really put up a goal for yourself and you are determined to achieve your goal, then there shouldn't be any looking back, because it is a common, you can say common occurrence that most of the people who traverse most of the journey, they quit while the journey only remains a little bit. So this is the dilemma. So we should never be thinking of, never once a thought should occur in our mind that we are going to quit our aspiration at any point of time. Whatever kind of difficulties, complexities are going to really occur on the path, we have to face them. So every now and then you are going to face difficulties. So you have to really make up your mind beforehand that whatever kind of difficulties, problems are going to be there, sometimes out of nowhere. Suddenly, you have to approach it. Because if there is a problem, there is always a solution for it. That's the only way you are going to move ahead in your life, in your journey of aspiration and achieve your goal. So always stay put there. Never even that thought come to your let come to your mind that you are going to quit. your game. No, you can take a pause, but stay on the game. So it is only those who are going to stay put there boldly, who are going to hold on to and push back all those difficulties, they are going to reach their destination and achieve their goal. So this is how things work in our life. So I just am showing you my own way of how I'm improving in my own communication skill, how I am throwing myself into the practice of communication. This is the way I am practicing my communication, because as I have multiple times really said the same thing before, that I don't have a favorable environment around me where I can speak this language with anybody, because nobody is speaking this language right now in the vicinity, or I don't have that kind of favorable situation where I can practice my communication with someone else in reality or in person. So I'm trying to use this way. So if you have a desire, intense desire, and you think that you are going to achieve your goal, even if you are not having the conducive environment, favorable situations with you, still you have that strong desire, then definitely you are going to find a way. You are going to really take help of whatever is available to you. That's why it is said that you have to take action. You have to start your action with whatever you are having in your possession, and under whatever kind of situation you are, you have to throw yourself into the action, because it is the action which is going to show you the way, and it is going to really make you a strong person, that you are going to take help of whatever is available to you. So I find this in my opportunity. This is one of the ways I can practice my communication skill. And after that, when I think that I have really improved a good length on my fluency and on my confidence, I am not that much hesitant as I was or some time back, then definitely you will have to be think of some of the other ways through which you can throw yourself into the challenges of speaking in front of an audience. So before you have to really throw yourself there, you can also practice your communication this way, standing all alone in your privacy, speaking on any topic. And when you think that now you require the real audience in front of you, so that you are going to test yourself, how does it really feel being there in front of an audience and speak to them. So that is a different kind of an environment. So if you are going to really think of that, definitely there would always be a way out. So you gather a few people in front of you, try to speak there like a speaker. So you are going to at least have that atmosphere and practice in that atmosphere. That's going to really also drive away all your that hesitation is there, all your fear that is imaginary most of the time, because nothing is going to really harm us if we speak in front of someone else. What is going to happen at the most? Maybe that we get stuck there, maybe we will feel a little bit embarrassed there, but somehow we are going to manage the situation, isn't it? So these are the experiences one has to really live up with and have to really face once in one's life. So without just having what does really it feel to be feeling embarrassed in front of others, how we are going to manage it? So don't shy away from really being in such kind of situations. So you have to, if you want to reach somewhere, you will also have to really take pain of bearing many unpleasantness or many inconveniences in your life. That's the sign of a strong person who is going to achieve one's goal. So for now, I say goodbye to you. Thank you very much. And again, I'm going to really come up with some another wise wisdom and share with you the same way. And perhaps if you listen to me, watch to me, perhaps you might get some inspiration. You may also really get to know that how I'm really faring about my communication skill, and the same way you can also take advantage if you are in a situation like me. So you can also put yourself into the practice of communication this way also. So if there is a strong desire, there is a will, there is a way. That's what the saying is, and it's completely fully true. Thank you very much.